everyone, and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, it is honestly my last favorites and flops of the year because you guys know at the end of December I always do a best of beauty, and it's my overall favorites for the entire year. So in this video we're going to do my November favorites and flops, the newest Boxycharm spoilers that just got announced, as well as talking through a lot of products that I am really currently loving. So if that's something you're into, make sure to keep on watching, and please don't forget to subscribe. I upload a video every other day, so subscribing will be the best way to stay up to date on all the fun stuff I'm posting. So if you want to jump into some Boxycharm spoilers, my favorites and flops, stay tuned. Alright, so obviously my first favorite does have to go to Paragon Presson. If you guys didn't know, my husband and I recently started making luxury hand-painted press-on nails that are available at ParagonPressOn.com. I am currently wearing a set in the style Geode, which is a matte, and you can basically customize the base color as well as the Geode design. I just made one for Boxy Spoilers. Her nails were black with this like silvery gray smoke design. I'll pop a picture on the screen. They were so beautiful and they were completely custom. She chose her shape, she chose her size, and she chose the colors she wanted. You guys can do that too. Follow the links down below. I did have to pull these ones up because these are some of my favorites. This is a beautiful set. The color red is called Elizabeth in an accent nail, and then some accent nails that are available. What I love most about what we're doing is that I've been wearing press-on nails for years and I've never been able to fully customize. So we made sure that our site was 100% customizable so that if you want this type of a design with this color, you are able to make it. And if you don't see what you like, you can shoot us a DM over on Instagram and we will make sure to make it for you. All right, into my not business I own spoiler and favorite. This is from Ofra Cosmetics. This is their new Solstice palette. The reason I want to mention this today, first off, is I love the formula. This highlighter right here is in the shade Rodeo Drive, which is a staple of theirs and a shade that I've loved for literally years. This is also the same layout of a palette that I'll put up on the screen right now that is coming in January to Boxycharm Premium. So, I mean, that greeny blue shade that's coming, I'm ready for it. I'm absolutely ready for it. So I did want to showcase this palette because, oh my God, the fact that every premium subscriber is going to get their hands on a full cheek palette from Ofra is amazing. I've been playing with this one all month and I am absolutely obsessed. I have also been loving a second eyeshadow palette from Ofra this month. This is from their Black Friday collection. It was an exclusive spoiler product that was only available around Black Friday, but I believe it is still available. But for everybody who either doesn't support Jeffree Star, didn't get the cremated palette for one reason or another, and is interested in a neutral gray tone smoky palette, I think this one is perfect, and you can even see in the tones of the gray. There are some mauve-y grays, there's some blue grays, some green grays. You can really get the whole gambit without it just being black and gray. So very versatile. Ofra makes some amazing products, and I'm a huge fan of both of these. I did want to take this time, now that we are currently on Boxy Spoilers, to just go into the products that actually today Joe teased on his Instagram. So if you go to, So the first products that were teased are both from Pharmacy Beauty. They are for the Boxycharm Base Box, and it is also a January 21 spoiler. They are the Pharmacy Daily Greens Oil-Free Moisturizer and the Pharmacy Daily Greens Deep Sweep, which is an AHA/BHA exfoliating toner. And then he did also say that coming to Premium are going to be the Summer Fridays Jet Lag Mask, the palette that I did mention earlier today, and most importantly, which I'm the most excited about, the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Setting Powders, which I've honestly been dying to get my hands on for years and have just never bit the bullet to try them. So I'm really excited to try those out, and let me know if you guys are in the comment section down below. Back to favorites, I did have the pleasure of attending a Natasha Denona masterclass that Boxycharm hosted, and in that she used the Bloom palette, which came in a Boxycharm box a very long time ago. And I'm going to be honest, I used it in my unboxing. I used it a handful of times that month. And then it just kind of made its way into my collection and I never really used it again. Ever since I saw on camera Natasha use this really dark red blush, and it looked so beautiful on her, I've been using it pretty much every day. It's the blush I have on my cheeks today. On paper, or I guess on video, it looks like it'll be way too dark for me. but it actually turned out really beautiful. It's a nice flush to the cheeks without being too dark. And then I did just top it with both of these powders just to give it that really ethereal glow to the skin. I have been loving this ever since that class, and I cannot get enough of it. I did want to give a shout out to the primer combo I'm using today. Both of these were sent to me together, and I'm on the fence because on one hand, I don't love when you have to mix products to get them to work for you, but I haven't really tried them separately to know if I love them separately as much as I do together. These are both from the new Pixi Vitamin C line. This is the Brightening Perfector, and this is the Priming Oil. It is a dry oil that brightens, illuminates, adds glow, and this neutralizes discoloration and also brightens, neutralizes, and glows. So together they're beautiful because I use this one to even out my complexion and pigment, and I use this one underneath it just to give myself that glow to the skin. You guys know my skin's a little more oily, so a dry oil actually does help to keep my oils at bay a little bit longer throughout the day. Plus, having that underneath just makes it so that with all the powder I put on, I still get that really ethereal glow to the skin. It doesn't look like I have a lot of powder on my skin. My skin doesn't look super matte. It just feels beautiful. I do have two products that I knew I was going to love both of them, but I wasn't sure which I would love more. They both came in Boxycharm this month. The first is from Pop-Up. It is the Kush Lip Glaze from Milk Makeup. The other is the Jouer Essential Lip Enhancer. The lip enhancer is what I've been loving more, and I want to tell you why. I have used up and gone through full sizes of this product in the past, and I always liked it, but it always felt a little thick on the lips, which is great and nice and nourishing if you need that. But I find that this one is just a little bit better. It gives you that nice glossy finish to the skin, whereas this one does have a little bit of pigment. I find that it's a little less glossy. This gives you that like really high shine finish. I did film a tutorial on this look right here, and this was on my lips in the beginning of the video. And when I went back to edit some footage, it looked like I had lip gloss on, which I guess I kind of did. But this is so hydrating, especially as we move into winter. I am going to move on to flops and then come back to favorites just because you guys know I don't like ending on a negative. All four flops I wish I loved, and for one reason or another, I don't. I'm going to start with Julep. This came in my Ipsy. I love the formula. I don't love the color. I ended up using it in my unboxing video as a base for a really beautiful eyeshadow look, but I could have gotten that same effect with any other eyeshadow primer. I didn't necessarily need to use this one. I don't think it contributed anything, and if I'm going to use a shadow stick like this, I'm going to stick to the ones from Beauty For Real because I find they're a little bit firmer. This one was very wet, so I did find that it creased on me very quickly. I would rather use something that I know is going to last and stay on my eyes all day. I did pair that with actually another favorite of mine, which is the Violet Voss palette that also came in that Ipsy. The palette is beautiful, super neutral, super user-friendly, but the look I got in that video, I didn't need to use this for. I could have just used this. Also from my Ipsy, yes, I have two flops from the same Ipsy. This is from Complex Culture. This is the Deal Closer Tinted Lip Cream. It was basically just a lip tint, and it wasn't very opaque. It was a little on the patchy side, and I didn't love the way it wore. So, I mean, you guys know I love the brushes from Complex Culture. I think they're beautiful, and they wear really well. Like, I've cleaned this a couple dozen times. No flaking, no shedding, no nothing. The brushes are super high quality. It's just something about the formula of the lip that I wasn't really loving. While I'm on brushes, I am going to touch on another favorite of mine. This is from Base Blue. It's literally a 2-in-1. If you unscrew the top, there's an eyeshadow brush in there that I'm going to be honest, I have never used, but this powder brush has become like my new favorite powder brush. It is so dense that it almost feels like I'm using a powder puff, but it doesn't disrupt my makeup. It's super gentle, super soft, and it's so pretty. I love the way it feels on my skin. Definitely a new ride or die fave. Every time I've cleaned it, I don't even move it out of my dirty brush bin because I know I'm going to go into it the next time I do my makeup. And my last two flops, the first is from Ciate. I put this on in my Boxy pop-up video, and the color did look really pretty, but it just didn't wear for me. It felt super greasy on the lips. And within 10 minutes of finishing that video, after I had thought I really liked it, I did end up realizing that I wasn't a fan. It just ended up feeling super greasy and transfery and got all over the place. However, I am loving, and I actually used it for my eyeshadow today, also from Boxy Pop-Up, the Libertine palette from Viseart, whatever you want to call it. I love how jewel toned this palette is. I did this super easy halo eye today using 4 colors from this palette. Super versatile, and because it does have a neutral brown, and a matte like cream shade. You can really get any type of look you want out of this with these pops of jewel tones in there. I just wish that there was this just one like bright shimmer shade for like an inner corner. That was the only thing I found myself having to grab for. But other than that, the formula from Viseart, whatever you want to call them, is amazing. It does wear really well. I filmed this video almost an hour and a half ago. No creasing, no transferring, no nothing, and the pigment hasn't moved, which is a great sign. I do have to call it as I see it, and even though I did feature 2 of the Pixi Vitamin C products that I loved, I really don't like the balm from the collection. I find that it doesn't wear really beautifully. If I'm gonna wear a balm, I want it to really feel nice and nourishing, and it really just felt a little greasy, and the color was so bright peach. I'm gonna swatch this on the back of my hand. Hopefully you guys can see the color, but it looks like it's gonna be sheer, but on the lips, it's almost like, it almost reads as bubblegum pink on the lips, which is just not the vibe I'm going for, ever. Like, I never want bubblegum pink lipstick. If that's your vibe, you might really like it, but for me, just doesn't work for me. I did want to give you guys, for those of you who are interested in the vitamin C collection, just so you guys know, if you haven't been watching my skincare videos, vitamin C is one of those ingredients that lightens, brightens, and tightens. Lightens up discoloration, brightens dull complexion, and tightens, increases the elasticity of your skin. So it is an ingredient that is considered to be a uniform mandatory ingredient that everybody should use unless you have an allergy or a sensitivity. So I love that the line is so jam-packed with vitamin C. However, the formula on the lip balm just didn't do it for me. And the last favorite came out of my Boxycharm Premium. This was a single shadow from Dose of Colors. This is the Block Party eyeshadow in the shade Lock and Key. I did a really beautiful smoky eye with this color and the palette that came in that month's box. It was from Illamasqua. The palette was okay, but this shadow just had clean skin, clean finger. You guys know I hate swatching, but look at how that color just picks up light. It is too beautiful not to fall in love with. Expect to see a lot more with this shadow just because it is so beautiful. I want to feature it and put it on my eyes as many times as I can. Plus, I just kind of wiped it down, but you can see that residual smokiness. Because the base of the shadow is not just shimmer, it does have a little bit of a brown smokiness to it. You can pack this all over the lid and then diffuse the crease and get a one shadow smoky eye with literally no problem. So definitely an amazing product. If you didn't get it in your box, definitely something to look into. These are so pretty. And that is it for my favorites, flops, and spoilers for the end of November. I know this video is going up in the beginning of December, but you guys know how it is. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know down below what are your favorites and flops for the month so that I know what I should be looking to try. Your recommendations really give me a guide on what I should be looking to try out in the following months. So let me know your favorites down below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.